How's it going, guys? We are back and hanging out here with Mr. Chang. I'm just telling him hi right there. So basically, Mr. Chang has been in a lot of these events. He's been hanging out on the stream. He's been hanging out in the friend chat a lot. There he is, waving hi. So big supporter, Mr. Chang. Um, it's been a little bit since we made a Fat Munchlax video. Oh, hang on a minute. Mr. Chang is making a donation. I think. Or maybe he's trying to rob me. He could actually have seen my logs and is trying to steal my logs. Woo! Mr. Chang is giving a 3 million donation. That is, like, awesome. Thank you, Mr. Chang. And there it is. He did not steal the logs instead. Thank you very much, Chang. Oh, and who's this? Mike Hawk. I have no idea who Mike Hawk is. Maybe I should know who Mike... He's giving me a dwarven helmet. All right. Thank you. I think. Can't wear that, but it's nice. Thank you, Mike Hawk, random person who walks up. I don't even know who you are, but he's awesome with the smithing cape, and he's trading me again. Okay, so Mr. Chang, I knew he was meeting me here, but I have no idea who Mike Hawk. 1,000,000 gold. All right. I'm guessing Mike Hawk is from the YouTube channel. If you're a subscriber, Mike Hawk, I apologize. I didn't know who you were before. Thank you very much. Live donation. All right, I'm going to write down him. All right, so we had a 3 million donation from Mr. Chang and a 1 mil donation from Mike Hawk. I had no idea that somebody was going to walk up and, do that. Also, I have donations that have been made to Fat Munchlax. It's been Funnyman2U has done 1,288,000 gold. That adds on to his previous donation, and Undead Guthix did a 12 million donation, which puts him up to 15 million for donations, and that makes Undead Guthix currently the highest GP donator. So really appreciate it. Thank you. Mr. Chang's doing a mom. I'm on YouTube. Get the camera. So he wants to be world famous there, because his channel is just so famous. Not really. But thank you all for your donations. They are going to help Fat Munchlax get further. Also train skills. While we're here right now, I can basically just show you what the progress for skills have been. Not a whole lot of massive progress since last time, although we did get 17 Dungeoneering, and then a few more Slayer levels. And then we've gained some experience for a lot of skills, but haven't gotten level ups. Mostly because I've been doing a lot of looting and whatnot like that. So thank you, Mr. Chang. And we're going to be moving on to what I've really been up to, and that is third age flipping. So actually, you know what? Okay, I was going to cut it. I really was. I was going to cut it. But actually, I've decided that Mr. Chang wants to show off his Soul Split, which is awesome. I love Soul Split. But we are going to run around the GE. We got to work those abs. Yeah, look at that. Chiseled, fat, fun Munchlax. Just absolutely chiseled. So chiseled. Like it just... Oh, and my chin chompa is running in between my legs. That's awkward. Please don't go there. But yeah, so this is basically just an unscripted one at all. I was going to clip it and everything, but screw that. Let's do it live. All right. So a lot of you were wondering what Fat Munchlax's bank looks like right now. Honestly, the bank right now is looking like this. Oh, and by the way, got a trumpet. Do you a little small shout out here because you actually watched the entire news update thing and told me that my favorite color was blue. Thank you. And right here, we're gonna continue on though, and that is. Right there, 8.3 million is what I've got because I've been doing some Elder logs, and I also bought a bunch of steel bars in order to do some more cannonball smithing. Just because I haven't done that in a little while, so I'm going to do like a couple days of that and do a little bit of that. I've been doing a lot of era looting, and you'll see what that has resulted in. So keep in mind the 4 million gold right there is from donations that we just received, but the 80 million was previous, and so that's basically what the cash tag was as the 80 million. Now I'll show you the Grand Exchange, and you can see where Fat Munchlax actually is as far as his progress to 2147 million. Boom! There we go. We're buying a 3rd age rain top, 3rd age range legs, 3rd age range coif, 3rd age mage hat, band braces, and a full helmet. As you can see, this adds up to quite a bit of money. I believe we are at 205 million. That's my last count. So definitely a massive jump since the last time, and what it's really been from is doing third age flipping, which I told you all that I'd be starting that at the 100 million mark, and we have been starting that. And then also been doing a lot of era looting. That's kind of the reason why I didn't gain a whole bunch of skill levels in the process, is because I've been doing a lot of era looting. Because Erets has basically been like the best money maker for an alt for a little while now, and it's that method may die soon. It's already kind of slowing down because people, they nerfed cannonballs, and if you're wondering why, the cannonball making method hasn't been as lucrative, and the Eret looting hasn't been as easy, is because they nerfed the cannonballs, which made it so not a lot of people are currently doing the Erets for invention experience. So there are still a few, and I go meet those people and loot their crap, but overall it's been slower. So it's been about 5 to 7 million gold per hour has been about the average on that one right now. The 10 million per hour is pretty much non-existent now. Just to let you know, that little update in that money making guide. You can definitely make the 5 million per hour still, though. You just got to kind of be quick, got to find a good world. So as promised, I'm going to get right into third age flipping. So there's 2 things you got to know about third age flipping. Well, actually, there's more than 2 things, but here's the basics. Number 1, I don't recommend this for someone who is brand new to flipping. If you do not have experience flipping, then you're probably going to want to start doing something smaller. And you know what? Just like an added bonus here, I'm going to show you how to do a basic flip. So here's a basic flip right here, and this is you want to practice this before you do third age, because third age is extremely high risk. I would go as far as to say that it is among the top high-risk flipping things, but at the same time, it's definitely among the top lucrative flipping things. You can make a lot of money. You can go from rags to riches pretty quick. All right, so this is a basic flip right here. So, for example, here we're going to take this, actually, you know what, we're going to do it with these logs. So, you got 1 log right here. We're going to throw in that 1 log for a minimum price, and that's basically how you want to start most flips too. Don't do this with really expensive items, but for cheaper items you're going to flip, do it. All right, so take 1 item, put in there for minimum value, sell it. As you see, our price right there is 4,804 is what it instantly sold for. The median price is 47.88, which means if you tried doing this blind, you probably would have been trying to buy a log for a little while, and that's just a complete waste of time. In order to save time, do this method by instantly selling 1. We're going to leave that in there right now just for an example. We're going to go over here and buy another Elder log. So Elder log. And this one we're going to buy for a really high price. It's not going to buy for higher than this, so we'll just leave it there. And also, don't worry, you're not actually going to pay 10.4 thousand for one of these logs. So confirm the offer, and it's going to buy it for what people are selling it for at the most, like the highest price they're selling it for. So our price right there is 4,849 in comparison to what we sold it at 4,804. If you notice, that is a 45 gold difference right there, and you can buy 25,000 logs every 4 hours. So if you take this, actually, you know what, we'll do these calculations in a second because I want to explain a little more. So what you're going to do is that 4,804, you're going to be buying them at this price or right around this price, because that is your buy price. So if somebody sells something instantly for minimum, then you're going to snag those logs, and that's the important part. That's where you're meeting the margin. You're hitting the bottom of the margin, the floor of the margin. Now the ceiling of the margin right here is 48.49, so you're going to sell them for about 48.49. Now if we have that 45 GP margin, now I'll go do the calculations. You can buy 25,000 per 4 hours at a 45 GP margin. That means that just on this item you're making 1,125,000 gold on the flip. Keep in mind, it's not going to take you 4 hours to flip these. It might take about 20 minutes. On average, I would probably say 20 minutes for an Elder log, just because I've done those several times. And every 4 hours, you can do that flip. So essentially, on a 24-hour day, you can do 6 flips. So you're going to do 6 flips, and then so that ends up being 4 times 6 is pretty close to 7 million per day that you can earn just by flipping these Elder logs. It only takes up 1 spot in your GE. If you're managing to get 7 million per flip on the full GE, so it's like 6, 7, 8, so 7 times 8, 56, that's 56 million gold per day that you could be making just by finding items similar to Elder logs and flipping those. Keep in mind, not every item is the same. You're not going to make 7 million every slot, but essentially, you can make 100 million in 2 days just by doing this. It only takes a few minutes to find your price. Instantly sell one item for 48.04, put a buy offer in there for 48.05, and then when they all buy, sell them for 48.49 or 48.48 or whatever. It's not hard. You do not need to stand here and stare at these while you flip them. Throw in your offers, run and go do some skilling, come back and hit them when it says your grand exchange is complete, and you're making 100 million every 2 days. It's really that simple. It honestly is. If anyone tells you it's harder than that, it's really not. Keep in mind that even with pretty safe items such as that, and when you're practicing, you do have a chance of losing money. But in all honesty, as long as you're practicing, you're using good methods, and you're doing it properly, then you are going to end up making more than you lose. So if you lose on a couple things, don't really worry about that. Honestly, you're going to make more. It's like anything else. If you try going and killing a Raxor, you might die the first 3 times, but after that, you're gonna know how to do it, and you're gonna make some money. You're gonna make way more money than what you're gonna lose. So just keep that in mind with flipping. A lot of people are really afraid of flipping, and you shouldn't be. It's like anything else. You just have to learn how to do it. I can definitely say that I've made several billion gold by flipping. Actually, majority of my money has come from flipping, and a majority of rich players in the game, their money has come from flipping. Pretty much, if you're not flipping, I know it's getting kind of redundant here, but pretty much if you're not flipping, you're not going to become rich. I mean, that's just the way to say it. And people might watch this and disagree, but if you're not flipping, you're losing out on a lot of money, and you are not going to be as rich as you could have been. Sure, you can go stake and get billions. Chances are you're not going to make billions from staking, honestly. The reason why is because it's luck-based, and you could get cleaned out. If anyone's sitting there saying, "Oh, you'll never," anybody's going to go staking, I'm not going to ramble on this too much, but staking is not guaranteed, and you will get cleaned out eventually. And then as far as PVM, you can make a lot of money PVM. Sure, you can make like hundreds of million per day if you're really good at it. But at the exact same time as PVM, you could be flipping. So I know you're not going to have as much money unless you do both of them. So flipping should be a part of your game. If it's not, step up your game, get on there. So all right, now that I've told you the basics, I'm going to be getting more into the third age flipping. So let me pour another coffee here. I'm not going to make you wait while I pour coffee. The anticipation just growing, I know. So with third age, you have to understand this. There is an extremely low volume of third age in the game in general. There's even less of a volume of third age in the Grand Exchange. So basically what that means is that the margin is going to be very big, because a low volume item and something that's not frequently bought often has pretty big margins. And the reason why is because there's not as many people buying and selling it, which means those prices that people sell them for, because all right, if there's not very many people buying something, then when someone sells it, they're probably going to sell it for a low price because there's not that many people buying, and those people know they can pay under. Now, as far as like people who want to buy the item, there's not as many people selling it, so those people that are selling it know they can get a pretty high price and get a premium out of it because, well, there's not very many other people selling it. It's just like hamburgers. If there's not very many hamburgers in your street, then you could probably make a lot more money selling hamburgers than, I don't know, it's probably a weird metaphor, but, just in general, items that are at a, there's not a big quantity of them, they're going to go for more money. So right here, we'll use this one as an example. My offer is currently 27 million. These are not real offers, by the way, so don't bother copying my prices. If you do that, you're going to be sitting here staring at blank offers for all day. But what this is basically, as you see the actual price of these and my offer price, it's far lower. And a lot of times, actually, I'll let you know, third age van braces, this offer at 7.5 million and the medium price at 9.7, that offer has filled before. And the reason why is because, well, just like I said, low volume. So I've actually snagged quite a few of these for 7.5 million and in that range, and I've sold them for that medium price. Oh, coffee's done. So basically what this means is there's 2 effective ways of flipping third age. Well, I probably say 3. There's 3 effective ways of flipping third age. The number 1 is just throwing in a low offer and slowly working your way up until it buys. That takes some time. But if you're doing like I'm doing, where you're buying 6 to 8 pieces at once, then that's okay to take that much time, and you'll be able to figure out the best price. The best way to flip third age is to go on the forums on Runescape and look there, and basically you can see what people are buying and selling third age for. People are trying to make $1. What that means is, say these third age range tops, for example, are buying for 25 million. Like in the Grand Exchange. People on the forums are going to try to buy it for 24 or 23. That's just how it goes, because they know if they buy it for 24 or 23 from somebody who doesn't know, then they go throw it instantly in the GE and make a bunch of money. So whatever they're buying it for, typically that means that it is going to be at least that price or more. Otherwise, they would have bought it in their grand exchange. I mean, kind of use that logic with it. So if I know, for example, this, someone says buying third age range top, is I'm buying it for 26.5 million, then I would come in here and throw this offer in for 27 million. I might try the 26.5 million first to make sure it doesn't instant buy, but chances are it's not going to, and I will throw it in for 27 million. The only way that the people's buy offers there is going to throw you off is if someone's manipulating the price, and they might say something like buying third age range top for 120 million. When it doesn't go anywhere near that, they're just trying to make it look like it's more expensive. But in general, people aren't going to do that. And if there's more than one person buying it for a certain price, you can almost guarantee it's not being manipulated. But that's just part of the risk, and you have to accept that risk before you start doing third age. Even when I fully explain third age here, it's not something that you can just jump into and expect never to lose money. I mean, I definitely it's been very, very rare because I actually enjoy this creep up method of starting low and then going into higher prices gradually, and I typically avoid stuff that way. But I mean, when something crashes really hard, like for example, third age mage top recently was like 350 million and crashed all the way down below 200 million. I mean, if you have like a small offer like this, say my offer was 220 million, then it's going to crash way below that. Then I can't really avoid losing money on that. So I mean, the stuff does happen. Just keep that in mind. But like I said before, you will make more than what you lose. Okay, so say for example, your item here buys whichever method you're. Oh, sorry. You know what? Oh man, I'm just like not on today. I forgot to mention the third method I was talking about as far as like good methods to get third age. The last one you can do is by going to like World 2 or whatever and buying it yourself off other people. And that's not bad, but the only problem with that is you kind of have to know what it buys for first. Otherwise, you don't know what to offer. You might be offering too high or too low. Too low, that's not a bad thing, but you might offer too high on accident. Say my third age range legs here bought for 37 million, then I'd probably go start buying them for 37 million in World 2. Something to keep in mind is you want to update these prices probably every like 12 hours. I know that seems like a long time, but third age, man, it's a low volume item, like I said. And if your offer is not buying after a couple hours, that doesn't mean it's not going to buy. Just give it more time. Typically, my general rule is 12 hours. As you flip, you can kind of figure that out for yourself. I will also let you know that at nighttime for the United States, nighttime for the United States, people usually will be able to buy these things for quite low. And that's the reason why I live in the U.S. and when I go to bed, I will throw in my offers for third age when I go to bed. And then that being just because there's even less volume at nighttime, and people will be able to, people will throw it in there for a low price so you can snag it. So try overnight buying on these things, and then see how that works for you. Okay, so the next part here is if you have purchased the third age range legs for 37 million, what do you sell it for? Typically, I will start off a little bit above the average price, and the reason why is because when the volume goes low and someone's trying to buy it, they're going to probably offer more than the GE. It's probably not going to buy it for the GE. The exception for that is like, something's far below. These are obviously not far below. They haven't bought for 37 million, which isn't that surprising. It was just an example number I threw in here. But I know that if, say, I bought it for like 38 million, your range in like in items that are around this price guide for third age is typically around like anywhere from 2 to 5 million gold. So you want to like bump it up the highest in the beginning about 5 million. So if I bought it for 37 million, I'm definitely going to start at least 42 million. And if it doesn't sell, I'm going to work my way down there. As far as what increments I choose to work down, I choose to work down or up by 500K at a time. With the exception of if I decide to say for some reason I'm like, you know what, I don't know, I'll throw a third age range leg offer in there for 25 million. I mean, that's probably not going to buy, but if I was going to start that ridiculously low, I might start increments by 1 million and then drop it down by 500,000 after I've gotten close to the average price. Third age does stay somewhere around the average price often as far as what you can buy and sell it for, so just keep that in mind too. But that's basically how you buy third age. You just have to know it's a low volume item, so give it lots of time as far as your buy offers, much more time than you would give, for example, Elder Logs. And then expect a 2 to 5 million margin on things of this price range. For the things that are under 10 million, you can expect a margin of anywhere from 500,000 gold each to up to like 3 million gold each. And everybody's margin is not going to be the same. Prices on third age constantly change. and then stuff like that. And also, you know, with the whole thing about constantly changing and them being low volume, if say you're not able to buy them for 27 million, just because it doesn't buy today, it might buy tomorrow for 27 million. It's very luck based in all honesty. And then using the forums for checking the prices is definitely recommended. That way you can see what people are currently buying and selling it for. But just keep in mind those people are trying to sell it for more than what it actually sells for, and they're trying to buy it for under what it actually buys for. So don't use their exact prices, otherwise you're going to lose money that way. And that's also another option you can do too. If say I bought this Third Age Mage hat for 11 million, it goes for 15.2 million. I could, if I managed to buy it for 11 million, chances are it's, you know, that price range could be between 11 and 14 million, and I could go throw this on the forums for 14 million. You know, that's also something too. You can sell it on the forums. But that's really about the basics for Third Age. I fully explained a basic flip for you. So Third Age is basically just that exact same thing, just higher risk, higher prices, and less volume. So you just have to know it's going to take longer to buy, longer to sell, and a bigger margin. That's the general idea. If you guys have any more questions about Third Age flipping, feel free to talk to me in the chat. The Fat Munchlax friend chat, because Fat Munchlax is, well, for some reason he's absolutely shredded with 8-pack abs. But, you know, being fat, you often have 8-pack abs, I guess. But yeah, like I said, if you have any problems, feel free to come on over to the Fat Munchlax friend chat. Right now, actually, is less people than what we normally have, probably because around this time, it's, you know, just kind of people are like waking up like, and you know, it is usually talkative and busy. As you can see, people are definitely talking in here and whatnot. But that's about it. Fat Munchlax has been doing a bunch of Third Age flips, and he has also been doing a bunch of looting, and that's basically how he's gotten over 200 million now, which is a massive increase over the last video. We're sitting at 205 million. I thank you all for your subscribes. I thank you all for your donations and whatnot. You know, I did add a money donation option to the channel. So if you'd like to make a cash donation of even $1, it always helps. But I just thought I'd throw it out there just to let you guys know that it is there. In the future, probably in the next video, we're going to be talking about cleaning herbs because I'd like to get his herb level up. So we're going to be discussing cleaning herbs and you know, some more interesting stuff like that and some more progress for Fat Munchlax. And so we will see you guys next time. We'll be getting our hands nice and grimy. That's a good one. I'll see you guys next time.